For the WBO welterweight title, you both know what I expect. Touch gloves. Good luck to both of you.
Danger zone early round for Horn because he is not warmed up from what I can see.
A tidal wave roar on the opening bell. Can you imagine this young man?
Good chance it's going to be 3 of his last 4.
Coming forward against Pacquiao, tried to land a downward driving right hand.
Is a right hand, and the punch that is the forte of Horn. That's where his confidence is.
Comes forward and scores against Pacquiao, although that right hand was blocked. Pacquiao laughs it off.
Pacquiao right now is kind of filling him out right now. He can't catch up with Horn right now.
He's known as just a rough around the edges guy who's a little crude, which he is, but he's using his legs to give angles. As smart, as hard to hit as possible.
Body punch by Horn.
He's doing very well right now with his attack.
He came in with a right uppercut, and now Pacquiao tries to attack back. Good action for a moment for the upset-minded Horn.
Let's not forget, guys.
Mouthpiece comes out.
Pacquiao is a good counterpuncher. He's going to walk into something like that, like that.
Fast pace here with still a minute to go in round number 1. Not much of a feel him out.
And as I said, you just walk in, they take a step back, they set that trap, and they counter.
But Horn took that shot very well, and I like his attack right now.
The kind of success, Timmy, that Horn's having, it's kind of like that old joke when the guy jumped from the Empire State Building,
and you can hear the roar each and every time he makes the aggressive move. And now Pacquiao showing the awkward angles that he's been known throughout his career. Caught him coming in a bit, did Pacquiao.
The power punch for the lefty, the southpaw, the left hand that he could turn his back into.
Said to him when he came over after that first round, good job, did what you want to do. You clearly won that round, Teddy, you agree?
Didn't land. Nobody landed any significant punches, a lot of clean punches, but the busier guy.
He's in your face 1 minute, moving around on angles, finding different spots to pop Manny Pacquiao. He's bagging him up at times.
And Tim Bradley, usually a trait and characteristic we apply to Manny Pacquiao, as you know well. Missed with the straight right hand. Pacquiao, defensively sound, utilizing those legs. He is so gifted with quickness and speed.
As we said in the first round,
if he can keep this pace and keep this rhythm going, he'll have a good chance in beating Manny Pacquiao.
And Manny was quick to get on the attack. Comes in with a right hook to the body of his own, does Pacquiao.
Pacquiao has scar tissue. The other guy, Horn, was caught over his right eye, and he was on the floor.
Beautiful right hand from Horn, and he keeps moving to his...
And there goes Pacquiao with a left of his own.
It's the kind of fight where Pacquiao can make mistakes. He can still win. Horn can't afford that. One mistake, night's over.
He has to take chances.
To your point, and that's a beautiful point. He's not just trying to survive. You're trying to survive and just last a moment. He's trying to win, and that's probably going to give Pacquiao a better chance to catch him.
Good left hand to the belt line from the Pac-Man. Then he comes up top with the left hand, and right back at it is Horn, and Pacquiao returns fire. And you guys just gave him credit for being risk-reward. These first 2 rounds, there is more enjoyable fighting and action than everything we saw all night long against Floyd Mayweather. Good stuff here in Brisbane. End of 2. Round 3, and it starts with Jeff Horn on the attack again, trying to break and split that guard with a straight right hand.
The right hand, as we talked about, the southpaw killer, that's what Horn's looking for. His straight left hand with the power, where he can turn into it, where he slips over to his right. Mayweather was the shoulder roll, where he pulls that left shoulder back. He counters you with the right hand.
It seemed like Horn lost his timing a bit, and Pacquiao was able to land some straight lefts on him.
How about the adrenaline wearing off a little bit? You know about that better than anybody.
Remember, in that first round, Jeff Horn had an 8-6 power advantage, but you saw how Pacquiao was able to come back. Round number 3 here.
Horn did something, a part of your game plan. You said he'll be able to land the right hook. He just landed on Pacquiao.
I talked about the cuts that you might see red. He's been cut before with head clashes. I said it early. Matter of fact, both fighters have. Horn was cut in his last fight. He's got a little cut again. Corner of the right eye.
There's that jab from Horn. Pacquiao looking for opportunities, almost caught him coming in with that right hook.
Again,
And every so often, Teddy, you see just the muscling of the bigger man.
But you see the mistakes also.
No doubt.
Where he falls in, he comes in fat. You know, he should go and talk to a butcher. Fat off of those chops. Not success. He's not landing clean. Now the only guy lately that landed really clean has been Manny. You're right. He's throwing punches, but he's not landing clean. Is Horn. And again, a lot of mistakes. A lot of being head heavy, top heavy, falling in. A lot of opportunities for Manny, the quicker man, to counter. You can see right there, Horn coming in with the shots, but as I was talking about, Timmy, being blocked. Not landing. You're right. He's keeping him defensive, trying to make sure that he keeps the respect of Pacquiao, but right now, there's the clean shots.
Right.
The left hand, the power hand for Pacquiao. And again, Pacquiao can do more things. Pacquiao can go get you, go in the trenches, but he can also box and he can set traps. He's doing more things right now than Horn. The only thing Horn can do right now is put pressure on, and sometimes it's a little reckless.
As they are out for round number 4.
And Timmy knows this better than anyone. Effective aggression. Sometimes he does Pacquiao's work for him. He walks in careless, leaves himself wide open to counters.
And Manny landed a fight-high 20 punches in that 3rd round.
Here we go.
So surprised.
The one way he slips to his right that we talked about on the fight plan.
Just
He
like
did it
that.
right there. For you fans at home, watch that little subtle move of Pacquiao. Watch that little trick. He doesn't just throw a punch. He'll slip to his right and then throw the left hand.
Pacquiao shook his head after Horn connected, fired back with a left of his own. Now they both come in with a strafing attack for a moment.
Both guys coming in there with their head.
Good body shot by Pacquiao.
Manny, put some water in the basement of Horn. You know, go downstairs to that belly because he wants to use his legs. Well, you know what? We're going to take those legs away from him. And there's no better way to take the legs away than put a little water in the basement. Take some air out of those tires.
Blood coming from the right eye, but Horn unfazed as Pacquiao seemingly in control right now.
I've been here in Australia, the rest of New Zealand. Pacquiao, of course, he's fought in the U.S., China, Philippines, Japan, Thailand.
And has Australia loved every ounce of it. Horn still staying right in front of him, taking baby steps forward, trying to paw away from that front right hand. Good exchange that time, short left by Manny.
Pacquiao has not scored a knockout in over 7.5 years. For Pacquiao to get a knockout. Why? Well, to the credit of Horn, because he's gritty, he's willing, he's going to come forward, he's going to give you opportunities to hit him on the kisser. If Manny gets the knockout, I think he's going to get it stepping backwards, setting up a trap. I don't think he's going to get it on the lead.
When he gets close, he's banging him on the side of the head. Oh, he's hitting him outside with the right hand occasionally, stepping right to Pat.
Just took a power shot to the head. There was a little baby uppercut in the mix as well prior. There's a snapping jab from Horn, almost got caught backing up.
I think his plan is to hurt Manny Pacquiao.
You're right.
That's the way he's fighting.
But he's not going to do it coming with cold punches. You're not going to hit this guy, an 11-time world champion, coming with those kind of punches where you see him from left field.
I'll tell you, he looked pretty sturdy right there, and that right hand is a good exchange again in the center of the ring.
Manny is zeroing in on that left hand. He's looking to land it clean. He's just missing. The punches of Pacquiao are either straight or short. There's an opening. And that's exactly what Pacquiao just filled. He just filled that hole with the left hand.
What a sharp signature punch by Manny Pacquiao. Exclamation point on the 5th round with that left hand.
Again, you see the aggression of Horn, and here it comes. But what do you also see? You see missed punches, you see wide punches, and you see holes. And that means Pacquiao sees that hole and those holes. And that means he's going to make a plan to do that, to fill those holes. And right now, as you see in those replays, Pacquiao playing the matador to the bull of Horn.
We are underway here in round number 6. There are some, including some of the camp of Pacquiao, who felt they wouldn't see a 6th round. As more pressure to the inside and to that belt line from Jeff Horn as he's trying to smother Manny Pacquiao and act like the bigger, more physically imposing man.
You said it, Joe, more pressure, but also more block punches. Like the old timers would say, the problem with Horn.
That's a butt. Time.
Talk about the
Clash of
headbutt
heads, and
earlier.
now from the hairline.
Okay.
So an accidental clash of heads, and now there is blood coming from the hairline of Manny Pacquiao. The good news is nowhere near the eye. This is one of those that'll look messy, but unless it impairs the vision of the fighter, it's no worry.
That's a telling thing right there. Manny asked the doctor to look at it. Asked the referee to have the doctor. That is telling.
I agree.
Really, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, he's not even going to ask. But you get older. You make a lot of money. You feel your mortality. You start worrying a little bit.
I agree with you 100%, Teddy.
Listen, in the ring right now, Time Magazine has placed on the list of the world's most influential people. He's made a heck of a lot of money. So both men have been cut. Horn, the right eye, they look like they have that under control, and then the clash of heads here, and the hairline of Pacquiao has blood streaming down the right side of his face. And it feels like a fight that should have blood, doesn't it?
And we said right from the beginning, both these guys been involved in head clashes, might see red, we're seeing red. That at this point in his career is there.
Many times this week, we brought up the question, would Jeff Horn ride the wave and become a better, it's a good right hand, right on cue, become a better version of himself. He just showed it. Moment of the fight for Jeff Horn.
Yeah, he came to win, not survive. Not just to say, I went the rounds, I went the distance. But he's walking into a lot of counter shots.
Awesome stuff in round number 6. Manny was cut. Horn came charging and landed the right hand.
There's the right uppercut landed by Horn, splitting the guard. The one thing about you can be a legendary fighter or not, but when you come up, you put those gloves up like that and you go into that peekaboo, put those earmuffs on, and you don't move your head. The guard can be split by the uppercut, and you also see the heads in close in there. Again, Horn comes in head first, right there, causes the head clash that caused the cut and the blood and the concern that Pacquiao now has. I know this is going to be a tough example, but I'm going to throw it out there. My mentor, the great Customato, I think was the greatest boxing person that I ever knew. Just to use as an analogy, he grew up in a tough area in the South Bronx, and he used to say that fighters early on, like a Pacquiao, they don't care.
All right, let's look at Teddy Atlas's scorecard.
I like the clean punches, Joe, yeah. I like one guy landing the clean punches, the other guy trying.
Joe Tessitore, Teddy Atlas, and Timothy Bradley, who fought Manny Pacquiao 3 times, and one of the few men in the sport who can say they've defeated Manny Pacquiao. And Jeff Horn, for many, they would already say he has exceeded expectations. He is making it a fight.
Tim, what do you think about what we just saw? Horn's the bigger guy. Joe's been talking about right on the button. He's the bigger guy, and that's one of his opportunities. Be the bigger guy.
Well, that's just the experience of Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao don't want him to work in the inside, so he's going to tie him up.
Go. To the tango, baby.
Yeah.
You're the bigger guy. You have to prepare in that gym that when you get those opportunities inside with this legendary fighter, guy that you're bigger than, you can't get tied up. How do you keep from being tied up?
Pull your hands inside. Don't allow him to tie you up. That's how you...
He's allowing himself to be tied up.
Stay here.
Another head clash. And you see the bowed head of Manny.
And what happened with this clash?
Horn's been a Billy Goat before.
Let's clean him up a little more.
It's going to take
So now more blood with Pacquiao after the recent clash here in round number 7.
These guys have been in there with their heads their whole career.
There's a sharp right hand driven downward by Horn as both guys pick up the pace, and Horn comes with another right hand. Now goes to the body as Pacquiao covers up to block those punches. Tried to split the guard. Pacquiao threw a left of his own. Now he comes, the Pac-Man with the left hand and then tying up.
I like what I'm seeing from Horn. He's not intimidated at all. He see Pacquiao, Manny Pacquiao bleeding. He's going for the kill now.
These 55,000 people like it too, Tim.
That clash of heads in the 7th round, opening up a bad cut on the other side of the head of Manny Pacquiao. But that was the attention getter, what you saw, that punch landed by Jeff Horn.
He gets top heavy.
Yes, he does.
And that's dangerous for Pacquiao with the head. You see that.
But there are a lot of people tonight that probably already think fairly well and a lot better of Jeff Horn than they did just a few hours ago. To have a future of cashing bigger checks in this business.
I would like to see him with some of the other welterweights out here. If he comes out of this fight without a...
Let's not forget that he's fighting a 38-year-old Pacquiao who's in the ring at 38 for the first time.
That is a slip.
No knockdown.
No knockdown, says Mark Nelson.
Again, if Pacquiao's going to score a significant punch, I don't think it's going to be with Manny coming forward. It's going to be with Horn coming forward like that. And Pacquiao's going to try to walk him into either a right hook or a straight left.
Final minute of round number 8. One guy's got a cut around his right eye. The other guy has suffered from head clashes with the hairline and the left eye. And each is coming forward time and time again.
Manny goes back just a little bit. Horn comes in 4 inches. Manny will go back 7. You can catch Manny stepping out, and you can catch him when he slips his head on the left side, like you said, with the right hand.
Just a tidal wave of noise here in Brisbane. This crowd is absolutely loving it.
And again, a little bit of a rush in, a little out of control. What happens? His legs get too square. He bumps into Manny, down on the canvas. That's from being overly aggressive, a little out of control. And again, out of control, a little off balance, flailing away, not landing. But opportunities for Pacquiao to score, but opportunities missed by Pacquiao right there to score.
Wasting no time, Horn trying to pick up right where he left off. Round number 9. Pacquiao lunging in with a left hand. It's an interesting statement you make because we stood with him just 24 hours ago. He's cutting a little bit of weight. Trying to time that left hand.
If Horn did have trouble making weight, that seems insignificant. But for the biggest fight of his career, he came in a pound heavy. It means he was having trouble. If he did, you're going to see the results of it now in the late rounds. Right now, you're going to see the results of it. He's going to start to melt in the Australian sun.
Manny Pacquiao seems like he has a sense of urgency right now. He's trying to step up the pace on Horn.
And it looks like Horn is melting a little bit from the pressure, maybe from making the weight, and from these clean shots that is starting to strike home.
Pacquiao searching, hunting, seeking and destroying in a short right hand. Manny comes back.
And there it is. He's starting to melt a little. He looks like a puddle in the summer that's evaporating right in front of you.
You can barely hear yourself think ringside as blood is pouring from the right eye of Jeff Horn. And Pacquiao is on target, punch after punch. Can Horn hold up now? He has given so much. 45 seconds remain. Oh, Pacquiao was swinging for the fences here.
This is where somebody needed to teach Horn to tie up. And he hasn't shown the ability to tie up. We talk about his bravery, his guts, but sometimes you got to know your limitations. And you got to prepare for rainy weather. And you got to prepare for tough, difficult weather like this. You got to learn how to tie up. Horn doesn't know how to do that.
The right side of Jeff Horn's face is an absolute mess. Swollen, blood-soaked, blood streaming from the cut. Left hand after left hand after left hand, pushing him back. Manny Pacquiao showing prime punching power here in round number 9. Oh my, is that good stuff.
The referee just called the doctor up into the ring. He's going to take a look. I gave a 10-8 round that last round to Pacquiao. Now that's a big detriment to Horn, but the possible plus is that Pacquiao used a lot of energy that round.
You got to be so impressed by Manny Pacquiao. Suffering 2 cuts over the head, blood dripping down in his eyes, still showing the resiliency of a champion, even at 38 years of age, that he's a legend in this game, and he's showing us why right now.
Dominant 9th round from Manny Pacquiao. Teddy says 10-8 as Jeff Horn was hurt so badly.
He expended a lot of energy that last round. And to your point, a 38-year-old expended a lot of energy that last round. The results of all those punches he threw the last round. He's slowing down Pacquiao. And he's allowing Horn to survive.
Remember, it's been since 2009 that Manny Pacquiao has closed the show. That is a long time without a knockout or stoppage. It is fun to watch, but can he get rid of Jeff Horn? Nearly had him gone after the last round.
Jeff is taking some big shots. He is one tough cookie, though.
Look at his face. They did a decent job on the cut, but the swelling underneath that right eye is fairly significant. He said, show me something, did the referee Mark Nelson. He has shown us something here in this 10th round as Pacquiao shakes off that right hand. Being like a Rocky script, the unknown, upset-minded local kid. It was that kind of an effort, a losing effort, but one that earned respect. We got a lot of respect right now for Jeff Horn. At the end of 9, the referee wanted to stop the fight. Here he is, still slugging into the 11th.
You know, Timmy made a good point a couple rounds ago. He said that if I was with Pacquiao, I'd tell him to go to the body. And the reason for that is you got a big guy throughout his career, Horn, may be able to absorb the shots up top. Perhaps Horn's not still there.
Well, I think
because when a guy's got a good chin, you go test his body. Again, the counter shots, as I said earlier, Pacquiao's going to score, come in a little fat, a little reckless, and give opportunities for Pacquiao to counter, and that's what he's doing right now.
Horn's getting kind of dirty in there, not showing Manny Pacquiao any kind of respect.
Again, see Manny looking to take that half step back. Right there, again, little step back. Looking to create an opening for a counter where Manny can fill the hole.
The boys in Vegas figured we wouldn't see an 11th round if you looked at that over-under.
I got it. Come on.
His corner gave him the chance to fight on.
Left hand, again, a little bit of reach there from Pacquiao. Horn took a little something off that punch by pulling out. Didn't get caught with the blood force. Got caught coming out there. Same thing. Aggression from Horn. There's a straight right hand, the punch you want to use with the southpaw. He split the guard that time, right down the middle.
12th and final round. Crowd on their feet in appreciation for what the young warrior and the old all-time great have given them here in Brisbane. Teddy Atlas's scorecard. And that's exactly what Horn has done. What does he have left here in the 12th round? And can the Pac-Man close the show and finally get a knockout? It would be his first since '09.
If Horn's going to win this fight, he needs to land the big shot. And that big shot would have to come in the form, I would think, of a right hand.
Once again, with all the sweat, water, perspiration, blood, that tape is an issue on that right glove.
We talked about the signature punch of Manny, where he slipped to his right, make you think he's doing something there, hit you with the left hand. Horn has a little trick. He slips to his left, and then he throws the right hand. He's going to have to land that in the next minute and 40 seconds.
Good exchange against the ropes. Last 90 seconds of this fight. Horn still looking for opportunities. Pacquiao still trying to meet him as he comes forward. There's a right hand that tried to split the guard.
It's a close fight. I don't know. It's a real close fight. I'll tell you that much.
I think you could justify, but I think that 9th round, to Teddy's point, was a dominating effort, and you could write an 8 down if you wanted to.
On that paper.
I'm saying that Horn put up a good enough fight and a close enough fight and a great enough effort, and we are in Argentina.
I got to tell you something, Timmy.
Or Australia, either one.
Australia, excuse me. I'm sorry about that.
I got to tell you something. Give credit to Jeff Horn. He has come to fight. There was a willingness and purpose to him tonight, and the way he was composed after that beat down in the 9th round has this place roaring. Final 10 seconds to the bell. An all-time legend and an upset-minded local. How about it, folks? Manny Pacquiao. He wanted to give a little something to the U.S. fight fans for free. Jeff Horn gave as much as he possibly could. The battle in Brisbane exceeded expectations.
All 3 scores go to the winner by unanimous decision. And new welterweight champion of the world, the Fighting Pride.